Is it Pookie? Hi guys, Dr. Rimka. I'm sitting here in my car with Pookie, getting ready to go inside meet a friend and have a nice business conversation. But something just popped in my head-ish. I guess I was thinking about it this morning. Of course, the Rona. I mean, I just can't escape it. Hi, Eleni. So I've been up since 1 a.m. Isn't that awesome? That's what, I love him, and he wakes me up a lot though. So sometimes I have days where I'm up at 1, letting him out to pee a lot because he has diabetes, and he's fun. Now, that gives me a lot of time to do things, to write, to read, to drink coffee. I didn't start this until maybe 5, but so my mind has had a lot of things in it's going on, and I didn't do a title or anything. So let's talk about bugs, Let's talk about bacteria and viruses and things that everybody thinks kill them. And I've made some videos before, and I've talked about a little bit. I'm going to reference basically who I learned this the most from. I understood us as, what people aren't understanding is that as a human being, you're a community of trillions of living species. You are not actually an individual thing. I have trillions of other life forms living within me, all over me. And those bacteria and viruses, and even some healthy parasites, they are keeping me not only alive, they're coordinating and controlling my immune system. So if you don't understand that you are a community of interconnected living organisms that are working in an incredible symphony on your behalf, I'm sorry you weren't told the truth. I think Dr. Zach Bush, MD, so you can go to Zach Bush, MD, I think he explains this. He says it's so pretty. I mean, every time he talks, it's like spiritual poetry of biology falls out of his mouth. Like seriously, like he can wax poetic. So Zach Bush, MD, feel free to listen to some of his epic descriptions of this. So I've known about him for many, many years. He's getting bigger and bigger. Many of you are knowing about who he is now. But he explains the symbiotic and spiritual relationship between the human system. Pookie, just come up here then. I don't know what you're whining about. Come on. Of how we need these viruses and these germs, as we call them, are not some separate things that are out to get us, and we shouldn't be trying to kill them. It's the mistaken premise that we have to kill these bugs and they're our enemy that is destroying us. The idea that you have to kill things in your mouth with mouthwash is killing you. The idea that you have to take antibiotics all the time, killing you. The idea that you have to use all this bleachy alcoholic poison, killing you. Why? Very briefly, brief genetics story. So the Genome Project, everybody thought they were going to figure out like all these magical things about the human genome, and like, oh man, we must be the most complicated things because we have so many biochemical processes that we need to perform just to stay alive. Like, it's an insane number. How do we do this? We're like the greatest biocomputer ever designed. So when they started exploring it, they were like, wait a minute. Humans have less genes and genetic expression than an earthworm and like a gnat. How is that possible? How is it possible that a human being can do what it can do, and our human DNA isn't that complicated and doesn't have that much information in it as an earthworm? We were super confused. And the Human Genome Project, where they thought, oh, there's definitely a DNA cause and cure of everything on Earth, and we're going to spend all this money and we're going to solve it. And they were like, oh shit, that hypothesis didn't work. It's not that complicated. So then they had to figure out, well, like, how do we get this much information out of this small amount of DNA? And what they, somebody wants to be in my live. what they figured out was it came down to the bacteria and viruses that are sitting in your mucosal lining throughout your body. So for a little lesson, so a lot of what we've learned isn't true, but it just keeps getting repeated. Like, and everybody says, well, everybody knows that. And I'm like, oh man, but do you? So a lot of people will say, it's like a trivia question. What's the largest organ in the human body? Everybody goes, skin. And they feel really clever if they say skin and don't go like liver or large intestine. They feel like they're so clever because they were told skin is the largest, organ. You can actually argue that it's not in many ways. I can argue a few other things are larger, but let's consider the skin. It is an organ. It's a big barrier. It's covered in bugs, by the way, you guys. It's supposed to be. They're protecting you. It's about 20 square, is it feet or yards? Oh man, but it's about 20 square feet, I think. Then you have your mucosal. So my mouth, so when I have my mouth, this is an open entry, right? All the way to my innards, and it's a big tube. Remember that, guys. It's like a garden hose from here to my poop hole. Okay? It's open to the environment. So a bunch of stuff just went in, and it's going to go through all my stuff, and it's going to eventually reach my poop hole. And that's what happens with everything. All right? Now, knowing that, there's mucosa, so that's like an orifice open to the external environment, actually. So the environment should affect it. Guess what? How long how big that is? All the mucosa inside of there is like, I think 20,000. Maybe it's 40,000. One of those numbers is right or wrong. But let's just look at it like this: 20 square feet, 20,000 square feet. It could be 40,000, right? So no, it's 4,000. That one's 4,000. I can't get my numbers wrong. It's really big, though. I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. So, and I got no notes on this. Anyway, it's fucking huge. Okay. It's covered in bugs. It's covered in bugs. It's covered in bugs. It's covered in bugs because the bugs are modulating your immune system. You hear things like, 80% or 90%, or we estimate of your immune system lives in your gut. And people say that and they don't think they know what it means. So let me tell you what it means. It means the bugs that live in your gut and that mucosal lining, thousands of, square feet of it, and viruses, they tell your immune cells what to do. That's what tells everything what to do. You have roughly 200,000 bug cells, living creatures, not human, your friends that they're telling you should be killing all the time with everything on earth that you can possibly kill them with. You have 200,000 of those for every immune cell, every T cell or natural killer cell or white blood cell that you have. 200,000 to 1. Do you think the body is that stupid that it's going to set itself up to fail? Because if the immune cell's job is to simply kill bugs, bacteria and viruses, why in the hell would your infinite wisdom, divine intelligence, or evolution, I don't care which way, or the Bible, baby Jesus, I don't care, why would anybody create it to be that, like, we got 200,000 bad guys to 1 good guy? Sounds really stupid. So I would think it's more, damn, these things probably are not bad guys. And it sounds like they're more important than these guys. Because these guys, these guys don't kill those guys. It turns out, we know this. We know it. We've studied it. We've seen it. They're like, oh, look at this. Turns out their job is to be all the front line and coordinate. And they're like, we got C. difficile. We have E. coli. We got a staph infection. We have influenza. We got SARS-CoV-2. We got the COVID. And they're like, hey, y'all, I'm going to need you to 200,000. Go, oh, shit. No problem. Let me go tell the immune buddy. I'm like, dude, you need to get in here because this is what you have. Let me shift and modulate and tell you your job so you can come do your job. Well, what happens if you wipe out those 200,000? What happens if you destroy them? If you're always attacking them, if you're antibioticing them, you're chlorinated watering them, you're, stop it. Right? What happens is they can't do their job. And actually, they've done these mice studies where they create these mice in a lab, oh Lord, with no microbiome. They have no bugs. And they have all their immune cells. These rats no longer know how to, and they inject them with a flu. That's what they've done. They can't respond. So they have T cells and B cells, and they should be able to, natural killer cells, they should be able to make antibodies and do something. They literally look at this is what your T cell does. To a flu virus, or COVID, coronavirus, or to MRSA, or to flesh-eating bacteria. I don't care what you put in there, the rat goes like this. Am I supposed to do something with this? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what to do about it. Your immune system literally has no coordination without all the bacteria and viruses that are supposed to be living inside of you. Huh? Isn't that awesome to know? You actually have bugs that live in your lungs. You have bugs that live in your brain. You have bugs that live on your skin. They're different. Different bugs live in different places, and they're there for a reason, because their job is to go, uh-oh, alert, alert, alert. Alert, alert, alert. I got something over here. I need you to come check it out, immune system. Because remember, there's 200,000 bugs for good friends, your community, for every one immune cell. They can't keep, your immune system, T cells, B cells, and natural killer cells, they're not actually out there in massive numbers. They're just kind of rotating, being told what to do by bugs. Did you know that? Did you know the bugs were actually the ones talking to us? We get all our genetic expression because they offer their DNA and their RNA, and we use it. It's an incredibly symbiotic, fabulous relationship. We keep them safe and protect them, and then they keep us safe and they protect us. That's how it's supposed to be. Well, it turns out now people are getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker, because when we look at primal cultures, there's a lot of primal tribes still on the earth, you guys. They are still being poisoned. They still have DDT, glyphosate, nuclear bombs have gone off. Did I say DDT, right? 5G things. I mean, they're still affected. So they're not even as healthy as they should be, but that's what we have right now. So they're living primal ancestral ways, connected to nature, eating a certain way, not taking antibiotics, not drinking fluoridated, chlorinated water. There's a lot of things they don't do. They don't get vaccines. They don't get a strep test. They don't take anything for a flu. You understand? They don't do all the crap we do. Well, their gut has, compared to modern people, like our gut in America, they have like double the amount of types, a variety of bugs than we have. So we've destroyed half of what should be in our biome. So half of our immune system, and our communication system that tells everything what to do is gone, because we have bought into something called a germ theory, and we think germs are bad. I think one of the most powerful ways that big pharma and the mechanistic Western Rockefeller style medicine, because it's not healthcare, I'm really careful, it's not healthcare, has come in to dupe all of us. The greatest way to dupe humans is to trick them, tell them a story, wave a magic wand. You're getting very sleepy. You're so sleepy. Okay. The sun is bad for you. Oh, the sun is going to kill you. Breastfeeding is stupid. Buy our Nestle Carnation drink. It's so much better than human breast milk. Stop having natural childbirth. You should take a drug and have a surgery. Oh, white rice is so much better for you than brown rice. Clean water isn't going to kill you. Let us put bleach and fluoride into it instead. You're so sleepy. Watch a lot of TV and never exercise again. Oh, The bacteria and viruses inside your body that are there to keep you healthy and control your immune system, they're there to kill you. So kill all of them. Kill them. You're so sleepy. I know that was ridiculous, but that's what it's done. You want to tell people that they're broken, that their body's destroying themselves, that they're disempowered? Make them believe that the very things that give them life and sustenance and keeps them healthy, trick them into believing those things are killing them and make them avoid them like the plague. Pun intended. It's dangerous. It's shocking. And we all desperately need to learn the truth and start to wake up before it is way too late. Please look up some Zach Bush videos. He will say it so much nicer than I just said. But your bacteria and viruses within you are there to save you. So the idea of chronically being terrified of bacteria and viruses that are living out here is absurd. It's lunacy. It is a level of storytelling, spellbinding of a lie that is continuing to cause people to get sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker unless we stop and tell the truth about the community and beauty of what we really are as a communal tribal species, as a human. I'm the expression of the trillions of bacteria and viruses that live within me that control and drive my genetic sequence and my immune system. My microbiome determines if I'm thin or obese. It determines if I'm anxious or depressed or stable. It's determining how you process food. It determines everything. And yet you don't know anything about it. And you're doing things on purpose to kill it and destroy it. It's destroying us from the inside out. And I hope it can stop soon. See ya. I gotta go meet my friend.